Naruto and Sasuke's tag team against Momoshiki still stands as a visual spectacle. Years later, they're still pulling off the classic shuriken switcheroo, just on a way grander scale. The animation was insanely fluid, blending everything that makes Naruto great: taijutsu, ninjutsu, and god-level teamwork.
犬飼いたけるのみこと死ぬ大丈夫かサスケ
This movie was a bittersweet goodbye to good animation for Seven Deadly Sins, the last time we got a fluid, well-choreographed battle. Watching Meliodas vs. Bellion just hurts more, knowing this is what Escanor vs. Meliodas could have looked like. Yami and Asta's tag team against Dante was a relentless assault of anti-magic and grit. The animators pulled out all the stop, delivering a fight that was as intense as it was satisfying. The real highlight came in the final second, a symbolic passing of Yami's katana acknowledging Asta as his successor. Asta answered that trust instantly, taking a stance mirroring Yami's dimension slash before delivering the final blow.
お互いめちゃくちゃに動いてるんだけど息が通じ合ってるようなこんな状況なのに楽しそうにも見える
それでもそれでも最後はその全てをひねりつぶして私が勝つもらった私は不滅終わりだ てめえが終わりだ。
Every solo leveling fight looked great and felt epic, but in terms of animation detail, they're still not cracking top 20. Among them though, this fight was the cleanest. It had a perfect mix of slow-paced and fast-paced action with fluid animation that actually let you see the moves. Unlike other fights that hid everything behind explosions, this one kept the focus exactly where it should be. Zapp's 7th Hell technique was a fiery display of flair and finesse. It was a short scene, but the animation was butter smooth, delivering a sequence that was, as stylish as it was, deadly. A common theme in Chinese animation is the focus on choreography, and this was another prime example. You get a touch of Nakamura-style energy, but without losing the clarity of each move. No cheat flash, no motion, blurs, spam, just sharp choreography, clean hits, and a fight that's actually a pleasure to watch. Levi's encounter with the Aberrant Titan was a masterclass in agility and brutality. The animation captured every slice and dodge, making you feel the wrath and pain of Levi. It's the only time you see him venting his trauma, and it was captured perfectly as he intentionally tortured the Titan before killing it. If you ever wanted to see the Terminator be an idol as well, this is it. A super underrated series, and the animation hit every note, turning a fight into a performance. A symphony of emotion and violence. A glimpse into the future of how an AI destroyed an admin account. Despite it being a side battle, it ended up being the best animated fight of this arc. Bercouli's final stand against Vecta was a lesson in sacrifice and swordsmanship. The animators captured every swing, making you feel the weight of his resolve. If you ever wondered what Jotaro vs. Dio's time-defying battle would look like in an alternate universe, this is it. Fire Force does a fantastic job showcasing a diverse range of abilities using just one element, and this brotherly showdown was the perfect example. The animation captured their time-breaking powers flawlessly.
伝道者の加護とやらを受ければ強くなる。今度はこっちから乗り込んでやる。
何？なんだ？遊べるのが嬉しいんだ。行くぞショー。兄貴面するな。
The Broly movie was filled with epic fights, but in regards to animation, Vegeta's clash with Broly was the highlight. There was far less obvious CGI elements and a lot more fluidity. It's Dragon Ball at its most explosive, and your retinas might not survive. Mob's battle with Mogami was a psychedelic trip through trauma and power. Mogami was extremely unlucky to encounter the one kid that can destroy someone within their own dimension. The animation was so fluid and cinematic, it felt like the animators were possessed. It's not just a fight, it's an out-of-body experience. The final duel in Sword of the Stranger is raw, detailed, and brutally grounded. Small touches, like Nanashi subtly warming his hands, showing the fight's attention to realism. Every slip, skid, and breath feels deliberate. No drawn-out slow motion, no overwhelming flash. Just perfect pacing, flawless choreography, and crisp animation that lets you feel every clash. Luffy's Gear 5 may have broken the internet, but Zoro's fight stole the show with a high-flying, sword-slashing extravaganza. The animators perfectly captured his title as King of Hell by delivering a fight that made fans forget all about the pacing issues. Denji got tricked by the one thing that's fooled more men than illusions: boobs. Power promised him a feel in exchange for saving Mioi, but he ended up with a bat instead. But this man kept swinging, not for justice, not for glory, but for the dream of second base, and somehow that terrified the Bat Devil more than losing limbs. Mappa beautifully animated the bloodbath fueled by the ambitions of a horny man with chainsaws. Siegfried and Karna's battle was a mythological showdown brought to life. You can feel the weight behind the swings and throws. The animation truly captured the grandeur and tragedy of their clash, making it a fight for the ages.
絶対破壊の一撃が必要だ。黒のセイバーをその身に宿す戦士いい名だ。邪悪なる竜は失墜し、絶滅とはこれ。世界は今落葉に至る。サビーシャクティ撃ち落とす。
こんなものじゃない。恐れている理由はライダーも死ぬ当たり前の事実から目をそらした。
俺に自由なる勝利の輝きを。
足りないか。
死なせる。モンスターアキレウスコスモ。
Richter and Alucard tag-teamed Drolta in a gothic ballet of blood and blades. The fight was so stylish it made vampires cool again. Animators probably had to consult actual demons to get the choreography this precise, with a touch of inspiration from trunk-slicing Frieza. Frierin's duel with her clone was a magical chess match, each move calculated and devastating. The animation captured every nuance, making you feel the weight of each spell. It's like watching a wizard's TED Talk, but with more explosions.
想定の範囲内だね。まだ立っている。何が起こった？攻撃された。すごいです、フリーレン様。これが魔法の高みなんですね。隙だらけです。
This was the most explosive tag team, Molten Mountains flying, skies splitting, and the screen barely keeping up. But the real surprise was Deku locking hands with the same guy that told him to die in Season 1. Also turns out you don't need to eat hair to transfer power, that was just All Might's little kink. Deku's final smash was spectacular, but honestly even without One for All, that wouldn't be his last smash. Saitama vs. Boros was the peak of Season 1, a fight so impressive it ranks among the best in anime history, not just for animation. It's pure blood-pumping chaos, melting spaceships, flames, lightning, even miniature black holes. In fact, his serious punch wiped out the budget for Season 2. Yamamoto didn't just swing a sword, he weaponized global warming. This man lit up the screen so hard you could feel the secondhand sunburn. The animators brought movie tier animation to a side battle, and honestly, it was worth every frame.
無慈悲に殺した部下でも見えておるのか。うはばは残下の立ち下天地怪人。
This was the fight where Ufotable said frame rate, never heard of it. The sheer number of frames in some segments of the fight made the transitions incredibly smooth. The vibrant colors really brought the animation to life. Tengen juggled poison bombs and 3 wives while the animators juggled deadlines and caffeine overdoses. A flamboyant violation of human labor rights. Fog Hill of 5 Elements skipped the shonen therapy sessions and gave us pure animation crack. 6 animators spent years crafting 3 episodes so clean that even the fire and water was extremely detailed. No dialogue spam, no technique naming marathons, just raw hand-to-hand combat and elemental chaos. It was so good it even made the news in China. A battle of strategy versus raw power. The animators turned a casual graveyard visit into a nuclear wasteland. Even the many lives of Berserker wasn't enough to withstand a rollerblading Artoria. To finish things off, she vaporizes the entire battlefield, along with any witnesses, to make sure this remains a secret war.